lot of my friends. Let me hear you say a Kovudompa. All right. Now we're here today. My name is Harry Wallace. He would say Inini in my language, which means hunter man. I'm the chief of the Unkechaug Indian Nation, and we're here for our celebration of song and dance. This is not a show, this is a celebration. All right? Who's ready? Who's ready? All right. We're going to have these dancers come out for you in a minute, and I'm going to introduce you to all of our co-coordinators. I want you to give a good warm hand to Sharon Pinckney and Canoe Benton, our co-coordinators for this event. Give them a warm welcome. Is that the best you can do, Center Moriches? Let's give them a warm welcome. All right. Okay. Now, we didn't have this last year because of all the different problems we had with COVID, but we're here outside, and you know what? This is where it should be. Not on a gymnasium floor, or not on a stage, but here on our Kakasura, on our Mother Earth. This is where dancing should take place, and we love it that we're all out here. Are we all good and safe out here? All right, can you hear me? Can everybody hear us? Okay, all right. So we're going to be getting ready to start in a couple of minutes, and I'm going to introduce you to Unkechaug Canoe Benton. So, hey, Canoe.
Halfway, can you hear me? Thank you. So we're going to ask our dancers if they can please start making their way over to the performance area. I just want to let everybody know that what we're doing today is not a show. What we're doing today is a presentation of our cultural history, our dances, our songs, and this is who we are, and this is where we come from originally here on this part of the earth. We are the First Nations or indigenous peoples of this land, especially the Unkechaug Indians. The Unkechaug tribe are what we call a first contact tribe. Their tribe was one of the first tribes to meet the pilgrims when they first came across the big water and arrived on this part of the world. We have some of our students who are here dancing with us today. And I just want to say that sometimes it can be very difficult to present yourself in front of your peers, in front of your classmates. And I just want to maintain that we have the utmost respect for our young ones and the effort that our people have put into this program in order to share who we are and where we come from with everybody here today. And that shouldn't be a problem because this is always my favorite school to perform in front of. You guys are always good and always great. So the first song that we're going to be presenting to you is what we call the Grand Entry. The Grand Entry was a time when our people would present themselves and come into the arena all at once. There would be a calling song bringing all the dancers in, displaying all the dancers that were present to perform for you. So with no further ado, we will start our show. You good? All right. lot of the times I'm asked about our style of singing and why our people sing the way they do. Our singing is said to be kept alive in the teachings of every child that is born into this world. Before we come to this place, we teach that we come from a spirit realm before we come to this earth. And it is our agreement with the Creator that we come here. And it's through this journey when we arrive upon the earth, every child has their song of joy. It's not a cry of sadness when a child comes into the world. It is a cry of joy, of pure happiness that they have made it to this place that we call life. We sing that way to give joy to being alive, to being a part of this world. And we sing with what we call our Dewi gun, our drums. And that word is very special because in this word Dewi gun literally means the sound of his voice. And that voice is the voice of the Creator, the voice of the Creator that exists within each and every one of us. That voice is our heartbeat. And we say that heartbeat is the voice of the Creator. So when we use these drums, we are singing with that voice and our voice in unison to be able to celebrate. And our songs are meant to be danced to. And in that dance is a ceremony, also to be happy to be walking upon our Mother the Earth. And it's very beautiful that, again, as Harry Wallace had said, that we are outside today and not in the gym. Because traditionally, our children would sit upon the earth to hear our lessons and hear our teachings and learn our songs and learn all of the things that go into being Native American people. So our very first song that we want to present to you today is called The Woman's Blanket Dance. Now we say that this is our very first style of dance, and as human beings, this is our very first time that we dance. When we are in our mother's womb, we hear these songs for the first time. We dance with our mother for the first time. This dance itself represents the cycle of life. And this dance represents this drum as well. It's tied into that voice that comes from this drum. This drum is circular, and it represents the cycle of life. Where this drum is present, there is nobody less than anybody else. So in times of sharing, this drum is present just like today. When you watch this dance, watch how graceful they are. It's said that when a woman carries her shawl or carries her blanket, she is considered fully dressed in her community. This blanket is a symbol of her strength, a symbol of her wisdom, care for her family, to care for her children, to care for her relatives and her community, in a place of making decisions in politics within her government. We say that a woman's grace should never be mistaken for weakness, and it's in this dance that she tells her story of the cycle of life. This is the blanket dance.
I just want to let you know that the two dances, I'm not going to tell you which one is mother, which one. Whoa! Whoa! All right! All right!
So just to contrast our older style of dance, I want to bring out what we call our fancy shawl dancers. Now, our fancy shawl is one of our newest styles of dance. It is our newest style of dance in our history. So a very interesting story behind how this dance evolved. You can see the similarities between the women's blanket dance and the fancy shawl dance. And the reason why we call this the fancy shawl dance is because not only are our women dressed very fancy with colors and bright ribbons that adorn their outfits, they also dance at a fast pace. A while back, there was a man that existed by the name of Buffalo Bill or Wild Bill. And he would tour the country in these big circus tents. And he would have cowboy and Indian battle reenactments, where the Indians and cowboys would go back and forth and pretend to shoot each other, and they would have our singers sing and our dancers dance. And one day he said, you know, your traditional dances, some of them are a little bit boring. Can you sing a little faster and make the dancers dance a little faster, put on more feathers, and, you know, look a little better for the audience? So that's what we did. In order to sell tickets, we evolved our style of dance to be quicker, to be more fancy, to be more exciting for an audience that would, just like you, that would sit here and listen to our stories and watch us dance. So if you can imagine big powwows across the country where hundreds of these dancers would come out into a big dance arena and compete against each other in contests for sometimes hundreds of dollars to see who would come out on top as the winner. This is our women's fancy. I just want to say that every year I get more and more proud of our young Unkechaug dancers. They do their best to be able to keep their traditions alive, and present their dances and to learn and to do their best. And I just do want to thank Sharon for always being there. It's a wonderful thing, and it brings a lot of pride to my heart. And especially nowadays, there's so many distractions from our children to get further and further away from our traditional way of life. Things like television and video games and things in the world that evolve. And just wanted to say that I'm happy about that. So up next, we're gonna call out our young men to do what we call a Calumet. So a lot of our dances come from a very spiritual place. And I just want to say too, the young woman, young little lady, the small shawl dancers, I really appreciate that too, being able to be out here in front of their classmates. So a lot of our dances, they come from originally our ceremonial way of life. And the Calumet is what we call, or what you would know as, the peace pipe. Now, we don't have those things here to show you today because we consider them very sacred. It was said that young men in our community were very involved in our ceremonial way of life and very dedicated to our practices. We're often called upon by the people to do ceremonial dances and ceremonial practices. And in what we call our longhouses, we would have ceremonies where these peace pipes would be present. And we don't have those for you today to see because those are private. Those young men would be called out into the community to be able to dance as low to the earth as possible and come as close to those peace pipes as possible with their bodies without using their hands at all. So today we use it as sort of a fun contest with our young men. And as you can see, we have our adults putting out dollar bills. And it becomes very fun, a very fun contest for our young men to do. Sometimes there would be feathers placed on the ground, and the young men would have to pick those up with their mouths without using their hands. Again, reflecting upon the old style of dance. So as these young men dance, I want you guys to cheer as they get low, because one by one they'll be able to pick these feathers up without using their hands. And it's really quite hard, especially if the ground is slippery and it becomes a challenge. So cheer them on, and we'll see who's first. We had the young man in the blue here. I want you to introduce yourself. Come over here real quick. So this is from our last show that we did, our last
My Indian name is Straight Arrow.
Very good. Straight Arrow. He's our reigning champion so far, twice in a row. The other young men are up to the challenge. This is what we call our Calumet. still undefeated. Our reigning champion is very hyped. He wants to depict our, perform for you our next style of dance. So it's said that along the Great Plains, we had warriors who were considered best of the best, an elite group of men. Cunning, the ones who can sneak up on their enemy without being noticed. These men were called the Grass Dance Society. This dance also has another story behind it, about a young man who was disabled. It said that this young man wanted to dance with the other warriors when it came time to dance and depict their story, and he couldn't because he wasn't able to move. And this young man in his dream once saw the prairie grass, how it blew gracefully into the wind. We can have our young man come out. Oh, he's getting ready. He heard beautiful songs, and when he woke up from this dream, he instructed his people to adorn his outfit with sweet grass and the horsehair that they would decorate their outfits with. And with this dance, the people, when he woke up, brought him out to the center arena just like this. And when the men started to sing, this man began to move just like how he saw the grass on the Great Plains in his dreams. And slowly but surely he began to rise to his feet and dance in pride, and the people cheered and yelled because they saw this miracle before them. And this young man was able to dance with the other warriors and tell his story in the arena. This is the grass dance.
I just want to let you know that Calumet is a champion grass dancer in his own right when he was younger. So he takes it to heart when he sees a young man dance like that. And he loves those steps because it reminds him when he was a young man. So let's give this man a hand here by himself. All right.
So it does take a lot of courage for a young man to come out all by himself to be able to do that. So, very, very good dancer. So our next dance is like our grass dance. This dance also came from a dream. In a time when our people were shuffled off and herded into what we call our reservations today. There was a time when we weren't able to hunt or fish or gather our food, and we were told to rely on rations and food that would be brought in by the government. And during this time, our people got very sick and ill, because that's what this government wanted, was for our people to go away, never to return. There was a young woman who, while she was sick, had a fever dream. And in this dream, she heard that sound, that purifying sound of the rain from our mother, the earth. And she heard songs that she never heard before. And she heard this singing that when she woke up, she taught these songs to our singers. And she explained to her aunties and grandmas the style of dress and what she saw. And it just so happened that the canned food that was dropped onto the reservation, the tin lids, when they clanged together, they sounded exactly like the sound she heard in her dream. She was instructed to use her hands to be able to scoop the healing medicine right from the air, from the spirit realm, and to give that healing medicine to her people. And it is true that ever since this dance was created, our people have been gaining strength ever since. It truly is a healing dance. We call this the women's jingle dress. now we have come to the time of sharing our dances with the crowd and audience participation. So what I'm going to ask for, if we can calmly and collectively, whoever would like to participate, raise their hand. And we're going to ask each of our dancers slowly and calmly. Yeah. So we're going to ask each of our dancers, though, to select at least 2 of our audience members. So some of our dancers can come over here. If you don't get selected, I apologize. It has nothing to do with favorites. We're having our dancers select audience members randomly. So we have to move quickly. I was just informed that we don't have that much time left in our program. So now that our dancers have selected audience members, what I'd like to do is please form a circle here in the middle of the arena. If I can have everybody's attention, I think this is enough people. Can we form a circle around me here? And when you form the circle, I'd like to have all you guys hold hands with each other. This style of dance is what we call the round dance. Actually, the circle is a little big. If we can cut the circle in half and make another circle on the inside, that'll make this a lot easier. So as our dancers instruct everybody to create 2 circles, one on the outside, one on the inside. This dance comes to us from the Cree people of Canada. In some cases, this is called the friendship dance. And the reason why we call this the friendship dance is because we are forming this circle of life with each other. We hold hands in unison, regardless of who we are or where we come from. We come together in unity, in sharing, in love, in light, in laughter. These songs originated from young men who would sing songs of love to women they were courting. And eventually, this dance became a social dance where we come together. And in these communities where they share these round dances, they'll sing and they'll dance for days on end, sharing stories and making new friends, as well as reconnecting with old friends. So as you hear this song, these dancers will instruct you on how to dance. It's very simple. It's stepping side to side. And when you dance this dance, just feel the joy and talk to your friend next to you. have our students please return to your classes. On behalf of the Unkechaug Indian Nation and the students that presented before you, we just want to give you thanks for allowing us to share with you our songs, our dances, our culture, and for the Center Moriches School District for always accommodating for us, to present our way of life, and acknowledging the First Peoples of this territory, and to educate our future children to our native way of life, and our community, and their peers. I'll hand this over to Chief Harry Wallace. Thank you.
Okay, all right. So, let's give a big, big round of applause to our dancers here. All right. And let's thank Miss our high school coordinator, Miss Irene Wallace. Say hi, Irene. Say hi, bye, Irene. Hi, Irene. And a big hand to our co-coordinators, Sharon Beatley. Whoa! We need the MC and we trying to do nothing. Come on, big hand here, come on.